These are the imposing Gothic parapets of Melbourne's Pentridge prison. Up until 1997, if you resided beyond these walls, you were doing hard time. Now, if you're caught beyond these gates, you are guilty of indulging in an amazing architectural transformation.
Pentridge was created on December the 16th in 1850.
So this place was full of thieves, burglars, bushrangers and outlaws.
Absolutely, absolutely. Even one of our most famous outlaws, Ned Kelly.
Really?
Yeah.
Old Ned came here. And you started your career here back in the 80s, and I suppose...
1980, yeah.
So I suppose this place holds a lot of memories for you.
It's still very nostalgic, you know. Every time you come here, you're always living something new, you know. Yeah. That's what this place does to you. H Division was actually created in 1957. It became the maximum security division of the complex.
So this is the worst of the worst here?
This is the worst of the worst.
Okay.
It was very regimental, and no prisoner was out of their cell at the same time as another prisoner, all handled individually.
Right. So these are some of the old cells.
Yep.
Can we have a look inside?
Yes, certainly. So this is a typical cell. As you can see, there's not much room to move.
Whoa.
So you notice the window.
Yeah.
That was basically all their ventilation.
So it's only a wingspan in width and probably 2 arm widths deep.
Yep.
This cell experience has been transformed now into a luxury hotel. Well, this is going to be something to see, I'm sure. So you had an historic penitentiary prison and you're asked to turn it into a modern contemporary hotel. How do you do that?
Oh, it's a great challenge. It's taking something that was purposely designed to be confining, tight and uncomfortable, and making it something that's generous, luxurious, and a place that people want to go to instead of wanting to get out of.
The fabric of the building was probably the primary aspect that we wanted to make sure we preserved, so that all the new insertions into the space did not overwhelm. The precinct is just not the hotel. There'll be upwards of 2,000 apartments in time. There's a shopping centre with cinemas, there's restaurants, and there's a whole community that's evolving here that will help service and keep this asset that's important to the state of Victoria healthy.
Petey, you ready for the magical mystery tour?
I am certainly ready to go.
Right, here we go. We're walking through the main lobby here, where you get this wonderful view through the full height glazing of the old B Division wing out there and the bluestone.
So guys, the master plan is a balance between those beautiful indoor spaces with the old courtyards.
Yeah, the critical thing here is that the new architecture does not compete with the existing fabric of Division B. Here we've been very careful to select black materials that are basically patternless, that will allow the bluestone to remain the hero of the site.
And you've built a brand new tower as well.
Yeah, the tower again is very different to the podium. The tower itself is sitting by and large in the background, so we could look at a different colour palette there, so that was okay. So Pete, welcome to B Division.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
It's amazing, isn't it?
This is insane.
Compared to the more confined, smaller nature of the cells, this is a really generous, inviting, central part of the building where you've got the bar off to one side, you've got the accommodation off to the other side, you've got the heritage interpretation.
And this is now where guests come and stay.
Absolutely, you stay just up behind us there and you can come and relax where we're standing and enjoy a drink in the bar behind us.
This is a very emotional place. You know, I spend an important part of my life here. I can tell you honestly that every time I come here, it brings back a flood of emotions. As a former officer, to walk in here now, I can live with the memories of working here. But what I see now, this transformation.
Dennis, I believe you were the first guest ever to stay here.
I was invited to be the very first guest, which was a wonderful experience for me. I got to admit, when it was time to retire to my suite, when I walked in that door, I realised that it's a combination of cells converted into a suite. To walk from cell number 1, which was the master bedroom, into cell number 2, into cell number 3, which was a door entrance and a lounge area, into cell number 4, which was the bathroom, is very, very impressive. And people that are going to come in here, they're going to be in awe of what they're looking at. I mean, goodness, they've got an in-ground swimming pool down there. That just blows my mind.
What would you say to people who come and stay here? What should they remember?
If you come and stay here, come with an open mind. Come to feel the presence of what this place holds. There's a lot of history here. There's a lot of stories. You will become emotionally attached.
Great historical buildings such as this that pass through the centuries, they say that time almost becomes the architect, and I get to stay here. Remember, this was all prison cells, mess halls and exercise yards. I love that sound. It's now first-class hotel suite, fine dining and a relaxation retreat.
Lights out!
Designed once as a place where you couldn't leave to one now where you won't want to. Oh, lights out. Such is life.